Typically when somebody like me wants to invest in real estate, you run into all sorts of syndicators, people that, have a deal and they're looking for money and then they want to do some kind of preferred return and split on top of that. I always kind of felt like that's a little bit of a sucker's game because, it's all my money and they're making money off of it. I ran into a guy, his name is Kevin Tupy. His claim to fame is he owns or still owns like 1,300 Verizon stores across the country. And he had a couple of private equity exits. So he did really well, probably worth, let's say, a couple $100 million. And he decided that, after he got out of doing the Verizon stores, at least as an operator, he wanted to run his own family office because he thought it would be fun. And he started developing real estate, and our mutual friend said, hey, you two both make a lot of money. You're both really smart. You guys should talk to each other. So we had lunch, and that led to another lunch. And he's like, hey, I'm doing an apartment project. You want to buy 10% of it? And it's like, what are the fees? And he's like, there's no fees here, GP. And I was like, oh, that sounds really interesting. And now here we are, like 30 projects later, at least probably 20 million in equity, at least in my part on the deals.
And you guys, how many doors did I see? I mean, it's going to be a bunch when it's done, right?
Yeah. Once everything, so 2020, 21, interest rates, you could finance an apartment project at 3.5%. We knew that this is not going to stick around forever. So we figured that out, and we're going to start as many projects at 3.5% as we can and just go hard and fast. And it's kind of what we did. And now I think when everything's done, we have about 2,000 units that we share. And then we have 10 Starbucks buildings and just a bunch of different random strip malls, that kind of stuff spread around town and in a few other places as well.
And when you guys are with your Sioux Falls, the local filter of everything that you're doing, are you applying that with real estate too? Because I mean, I for some reason, Matt, every time I see the things that you're doing, it just screams conscious capitalism. I mean, you have very intentional with everything you're doing. It's not like things are just going off all over the place just for the growth. I mean, you're so is it locally? I mean, what's kind of the spin to it?
Yeah, I mean, there's always kind of the invest in your hometown element. That's fun to drive by a building and I own part of that. And, there's definitely an element of investing in my community, but also the returns are really good because, you get tax benefits and you're paying off debt